It's another Wednesday, and of course, it is my pleasure to be here in front of you. Like, we need the BTV Ladies Night. Of course, I'm here to remind you, you can stream live on btv.co.ke and follow the conversation on our social media handles, which is Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. That is BTV. Unapata anything to do, BTV Ladies Night, right there for your page. Aye. My name is Lauren Batha. But one thing I love about my job is I get to interact with beautiful women. Now, Leon, she takes the cake. And I love my guests, but this one particularly, she came dressed to impress, and let me tell you, she's doing big things. Karibu sana, Bella.
Thank you.
Even the name is Italian for beautiful.
Thank you.
So, Karibu sana, Ladies Night.
Asante.
And maybe give yourself an introduction, and then what turns in a conversation.
My name is Bella Aching. I'm the president of Bella Rafiki Foundation, which is an organization that empowers widows economically through catering and agriculture. And through the widows, we are able to do something called inclusive forestry with school-going children. Yes. Amazing.
And just before we get into what you do, umeka vizuri sana. Is there anyone you want to send props to for making you look this good today?
Oh, my friend Mabel. I had worn another dress, but she told me, you need to put on this one. So thank you, Mabel, and she's here, and I hope she's also watching.
Yes, I hope you're watching this and you can improve whatever is going on here. But asante sana kuja, and I'm excited to talk to you because you're doing amazing things. And one thing about empowering women, it's a whole system of things.
Yeah.
Just the way umekaa hapo umeni-empower nikasema next week sichezi kifika outfit. Unajua, I'm coming with the same energy umetuanzisha nayo this week. And what inspired you to start that?
Bella Rafiki Foundation was started back in 2015. And it peaked in 2016 when I joined an organization called Akili Dada. Akili Dada is based here in Nairobi, and it helps young women who have ideas to build them together and bring them to something that can be seen. So why I started this organization is because my mom was a widow, and she ran out of the village some years back. She left me with my grandmother, and I saw why she ran out of the village was because of wide inheritance and difficulties that was in the village. So due to this, I decided that I wanted other children also to feel the parental care, not just to be left with grandmothers to suffer there. So I started this to empower widows to do something so that they cannot move from the village. They can be able to cater and feed their families.
Yeah, they are self-sufficient.
Yes.
They do not depend on anyone.
Yes.
You've mentioned your mother and you were separated, the whole separation.
Yeah.
I apologize for that. But did you manage to meet up with her in future, Mom?
Yeah. And I told her, Mom, you know what? I have to build you a house. Come back home. And right now, she's the one running the project in the village. She's the one bringing in the widows and doing all the projects that we have. That is catering and agriculture.
Amazing. Charity starts at home.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you did. Because I'm sure kuna mtu anaangalia kwa like, the mom left and whatnot. So we just needed to clarify that. Umesema Akili Dada is where you started this.
Yeah.
So did they help you build the project you have now?
I had an idea because I used to bring the women together and tell them, you know what, you can look for firewoods and your children can go sell them for you and you'll get money. So with Akili Dada, I just went with an idea and they built over it. We went through a period of 1 year just training different things of leadership management, how to plan, everything, empowerment, all the skills that are needed. Yeah. And after that, they gave us a grant. And the grant was too little. Hope next time they can improve on that.
Because the work you're doing reflects, natural.
Yeah.
As long as that happens, I'm sure the grant will be bigger. Whoever is watching now and I feel your money is safe here, by all means, go ahead and support. Yeah. When I was doing a pageant a few years ago, the girl who won was doing a project with the wife inheritance. She wanted to do away with that. And I don't feel like she got the platform she deserves because not everyone focuses on this, unajua, because I'm assuming people are like, iko tu area flani, watajua Kenya wanafanya. What do you feel people need to change about this mentality? Because I understand it's a tradition. So maybe kuna mtu anasema, but mi unajuita inifanyikia, so hata sijui nianzie wapi. Because the girl who was doing this was Indian, for starters. So what would you encourage people to do?
Yeah, like my project is based in Homa Bay County, in Ramba location. And this is an area where people are still not that empowered, including the men. So the community support is not there. And according to what you've said, I can put that as a community support. So many people, they don't believe that a woman should be really being given this chance to shine. So I will really, really plead with the community to see these small talents, to see this small idea and help those people who can build them up. Yeah.
Right. And like when you mentioned, there are people who see women should not be given this platform.
Yeah.
I'm sure as a woman, ukienda hapo kuongea, because are you your own spokesperson?
Yes.
For your foundation? Unajua unaenda pale na una convince watu women should have opportunities to do this. Women should have all these avenues to provide for themselves. I'm sure kuna wale watu wanakuangalia kwa like, sasa umekuja na an agenda, a very sexist agenda to tackle. What do you do to do away with this gender bias?
Yeah, sometimes I just prove myself right. Because if you don't believe in a woman, you wait until these women do great things for you to appreciate them. So even like in 2015, for 2030 SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, the UN said that we have to prioritize women to be able to achieve these SDGs. So people should really give a woman the first hand. They should really believe in us. And just, you see, if you are given an opportunity, like I'm grateful today, I've been given this opportunity to sit here and just to air what I'm doing. This is a plus for me. Yeah.
Not even reading, it's abundantly clear. Black women are the most oppressed, African women being at the bottom of the tier. And even we are sort of enslaved in terms of mentality. So una come up na all these beautiful avenues, being self-sufficient. And mtu kama mimi ndasema, yes, power to that. But kuna mtu, it's instilled in her, if you ever become a widow, then only other option for you is this. Is there a form of education unapatia women to get them out of this mind frame?
Yeah, like you see, one of the projects we are doing is catering. And sometimes when the catering that we do mostly are not even for wedding, they are for funerals. You see somebody has died, and this particular woman, or maybe we've lost a mzee of Kijiji, and this mzee of Kijiji didn't really believe in women empowerment. So convincing the people around this mzee that these women are the ones to do the catering services and then get paid to help them raise their family, it's difficult. So I think they are seeing us shining. And I'm grateful that platforms are being made for women to understand. Education is very important. For me, education is everything. You tell me this today, you educate me about something, then tomorrow I will be a better person.
Yes.
So even these people, just by educating these women, not to really focus on what is happening, to focus on things that will make their lives better, makes the community start changing their perspective about what is happening. So for me, it is really concentrating on a girl child or a woman to empower them so they get the first hand. Because if you see a woman driving a BMW, you get respect on the road. Because that guy who is driving maybe a small car was seeing a woman cannot do that.
Yes.
But when they see many women doing this, the respect will be there. So empower, the empowerment is not yet there. We need to empower as many women as we can. Yeah.
Amazing. And when you you also mentioned something about the men. So it starts there because that's where the mentality has been.
Yeah, the oppression.
Instilled.
Yeah. Right now they are fighting like a boy child. I was telling them, I'm not doing boy child. I'm doing girl child. Because still, the woman, we are not yet there. It is only the women in Nairobi that are there that they can talk for themselves and say it is no and move out of things that are happening. But there are still these women in the rural areas that is really, really oppressed. They still need the empowerment to help them understand the real meaning of life, the real meaning of themselves, so that they can know it starts from me. And if you do this to me, this is wrong. If you take my property forcefully, I should report you. If you want me to get inherited forcefully, I should report you. If I'm doing business, you should not stop me from doing my business. I should do what I'm supposed to do. Yeah.
And I love how this topic is going. But one thing maybe you'd give me clarification on, is it the women before they get widowed, you train them to be self-sufficient even before, ama you mostly deal with those who have already been widowed?
Yeah, that's a nice question. I deal with women who have been widowed. And unfortunately in the group we have women who are not widowed because they prove to us they are with us. They are fitting in the shoes of those women who have been widowed and they pleaded that they want to be in. So we have, right now we have roughly 40 women and around 9 they are not.
40?
Yeah, 40.
Wow.
Yeah. 40 women and we are dealing with more than 15 schools.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. And for the kids of these parents, I'm sure sometimes the events run late. Do you have any projects for them, activities for them to do, or how, besides their parents being self-sufficient, is there any other form of support they get?
The support that we give to these children, mostly we work with the schools that the children to all these widows are coming from.
Okay.
So we asked for donation outside, which they become the first beneficiaries. When we have a project of within our foundation, they are the first to get the upper hand. So that is how they get. But we are not biased with the kids because my focus is on the widows. And the project that I'm doing, I told you I'm doing a project called Inclusive Forestry with the children, with the youths. And we are dealing with primary school children and secondary high school children. So with inclusive forestry, it is the widows now located in different schools where their children are, and they are promoting these children to understand about our environment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first is tree planting and education on...
Inclusive forestry is not just about tree planting, but it is something that absorbs all the youths. Let me call them children. They are children because in Form 4, you're still 18 years, I think, or 17. Yeah. So it begins with just littering. We teach them not to litter. We teach them how they go back home and educate people at home on how to take care of the environment. So the children themselves, and they are competing in different aspects. And once in a while, we give them appreciations. There are some children who have made their home become so beautiful with planting, and they're the ones who are educating their community about what is supposed to be done with our environment.
They say the children are the future.
Yeah.
And with all these talks of climate change and all that, we really need a very diverse and enlightened group of people coming after us. And of course, with this, you interact with them directly or you have representatives. Sometimes I'm sure Pia Wezienda, you said your mom is on the ground. But you know the vision is yours. You're the one who knows the kind of impact you want to have. Do you interact with these women? Like sometimes when you're on forums, you discuss things, maybe I hang out, maybe.
I do this. We interact very often. Like tomorrow, I'm going to the village. I was supposed to go today, but because of this, I am here. So we interact very oftenly. When they have meeting every Thursday, they have to give report. Giving report means they call me on Skype or WhatsApp. And unfortunately, those women are so happy. They are in a very interior place, but they can video call. So when they video call, you can imagine how the women are behaving. It's so nice to see that. And also with the school children, I go every other month, I go to the village to be with particular school.
Have you ever thought of collaborating maybe with another initiative and do something as a bigger project? Because you've highlighted one problem. We also cannot fix everything. But there's an angle, maybe Unangalendu saying, it's within my means, but I'm sure something else can do that. Have you ever thought of collaborations with maybe different foundations? Yeah,
I've thought of collaborating with several foundations because also some of the girls we were with who are doing amazing things outside here from Akili Dada, they have ideas that can link with mine. And I'm dealing with the widows. Mostly all the widows are positive in one way or the other. They have been, let me say, affected. So with this, I try to look for support, more so just for talking. There is a very powerful woman in Kebera called Edita Vitalis. She's very vocal and direct, and she has content of health issues. So with her organization also, sometimes they come to the village and just educate women on what to be done and how to take care of themselves, how to just respect the fact that they are in such situations. Yeah.
Okay, and that is beautiful because education is the first thing. Even whether it is not in books, ile tu encourage to your condition is it's not normal, but it is something that happens and can be dealt with. And to have someone who's supporting you throughout this, I'm sure it's going to be a bigger movement before we even know it. Before some weeks back, maybe a few months ago, we had a lady who had been diagnosed HIV positive. She was born with it because her mother had it. And she finally got on medication when she was 13. And she has treated shots and they say, I am a beautiful story.
Wow.
I love her. Her name imenipita kidogo, but I'm sure she knows herself. Big shout out to you. And I think that is a message you're trying to pass to everyone.
Yeah.
It doesn't end there, especially because the one thing they did not have is opportunity. Yeah. So they're victims of circumstance. And the way you interact with them, what do you feel changes in them? Is it the morale ya kufanya vitu? Now they wake up in the morning and like life continues. What do you, when you interact with them, what do you feel has changed?
What I feel has changed is that a woman can say, I'm beautiful the way she is. Look at herself like this, you gain the confidence to do anything that it takes for you to do. And just that woman believing in herself that I'm the best. Because what we encourage them to do is to believe they're the best. When they plant crops and go to the market to sell, they believe that our crops are the best. When they go to give catering services elsewhere, that urge, that being able to know that you are the best, waking up every day and just understanding that I'm the best in my own way and you are the best in your own way, and just trying to respect the limits of also other people and making other people also respect them the way they are.
And maybe it's my own selfish opinion, but I always feel like when you give something, they say you receive. But at the same time, when you're giving something, you lose a part of you sometimes. And maybe with the experiences you met, like the way you mentioned, it's the reason you understood why your mother left. So maybe the high regard you are holding the people from where you're from, ilishuka kidogo, and you realize this is what you're doing. How do you keep yourself grounded and not biased to, Sasa, this is the problem, let's ostracize them and let's focus on them? How do you keep the balance? Because yes, your focus is on women, but also these people are not well educated to know this is wrong, this is right. And as much as the focus is there, maybe you cannot educate them to the full intensity you would love. How do you keep yourself grounded and keep the balance instead of looking at people and saying, because changing people's mind
is difficult.
It's a task. Yes. And how do you keep yourself grounded and say, patience, I need to keep moving?
Somehow that's a tough question.
What do you tell yourself every time unasema, I'm going to deal with this woman? Every time unaambiwa kuna mtu akona hii shida, let me listen to what's happening. And you're going to maybe not even fix it, but make it easier for them. What do you tell yourself when you're doing that?
What I tell myself is that if I don't do it today, who is going to do it? I am the one to do it all the time. So when I wake up in the morning and we lost a very powerful woman, just because of one thing. She refused to take medication because she was so depressed, but she was so powerful. So from that, I also learned that I had an obligation to face each one of them, to make them understand it is not the end of the road. So with me also, just knowing that if I don't do it and I lose something, I will regret the whole of my life because I am the one to do it. And I want the next generation also to believe in this, that we are the ones to do it. Do what you're supposed to do now. There is no tomorrow. It is either today or never. Yeah.
And from all this conversation, I can just hear you taking care of people. Your mom, who was denied an opportunity to be with her child, who takes care of you? What are the friends? What are the people who are standing by you? Your partner, your family, maybe, who makes sure Bella is okay?
Actually, I have a great circle of friends. I am a woman of people. And when I have problem, I talk so much. My friend, I know she's laughing. I had a problem. And what makes me really come back to normal sense of me is that I talk. I share how I feel.
You don't keep it inside?
I don't keep it inside me. I share it with anybody I feel I should talk to at that particular, not one person. I get different ideas from different people. I did this. Do you think I'm right or I'm wrong? This is happening in my life. What do you think about it? And this is how I'm able to control myself.
Yeah. Because I feel like sometimes when people will decide to give a lot of themselves to everyone, you start feeling like, if I show weakness, people will feel a certain way about me. If I show people this and that, they'll feel a certain way about it. But the same way you say you don't hold things in, you put it out there. I still I live by that every day, because I feel like it destroys you. Like the woman you mentioned who died of depression. It's a shame that people are still feeling this way about medicine. Like the lady I was telling you about, alikuwa anasema alienda kunywa kikombe ya babu Lolio. Was it Loliondo, I think? Mali huko, I don't know. But alienda, alikuwa ameacha dawa, akaambiwa kuna a proper cure for that. And these are the kinds of situations that lead you deeper and further into depression. So besides giving them an opportunity, do you have, after that experience, did you set up measures to deal with depression within them?
Yeah, we have a counselor who goes in the village once a month.
That's
and
quite often.
Yeah, once a month, and he tries to talk, because they know each other. They say, today it is a must, you go through this. You just sit with the counselor and talk as much as you can. And that is also one thing that I do. I debrief myself after every other time. For me, nowadays I do it after every 2 weeks. I look for a counselor and I tell my story, what has happened the whole 2 weeks. So with this, I find a way of debriefing. I'm removing toxic things within me. Yeah.
I absolutely love that. Where do you see your foundation will be in the next 5 years? Within these 3 years, this is the 4th year, you're doing big things. I'm sure you've changed lives. I'm sure people are looking at you and they're telling you, had it not been for you, I would have been in a very different situation. For everyone else who you're looking after, who are there, what are the plans you have for them in the future?
In the next 5 years, what really I've been trying to do is to give employment opportunity to somebody. And that's why the widows are giving employment opportunity through catering and agriculture. So with this, in the next 5 years, what I really want, I want to give employment opportunity to as many youths as possible. But not forgetting that the widows are the ones who will be running this. Yeah.
Amazing. And I'm really looking forward to seeing that. And for Bella, as a personality, what would you best want people to know you for? Besides your amazing sense in fashion and your beautiful face, what else would you like people to know you for?
Bella is the best. Yeah. Bella is the best. For organizations that will be seeing this, just know I'm the best, and donors should run and look for me, so that I can help them also.
Any project maybe you have coming up soon?
The project that I really want to be helped with is this one for inclusive forestry. Because once we get people who are well equipped with knowledge about our environment, because it is something that happens in school once, and it has become like drama, how we call it, clubs. I want to put it like a club, not only in schools that I'm working with, but also in the schools all around. So it is like a club that the children, because we also do this like it's an It's Play. It's Play is that we use sport to teach environment. So if we can be supported with this, I will really appreciate. Because these children, if they really understand this, we have no future problems with our environment.
Amazing. Is there any maybe social media pages you have that you use to push this message? Maybe you could share it with the people at home.
Oh, we have Facebook, Bella Rafiki Foundation. We also have our website, www.berafo.org.
All right, so thank you so much for coming. First of all, you've inspired me, and I'm sure everyone else who's watching that looking forward to seeing how further you go. Is there any last words you would like to mention?
I just want to tell you all that every day you wake up, don't be the second one. You are the first one. And the first one means you are the best. However small your idea is, however small what you are doing is, you are the best.
And as she had mentioned, Bella is the best, and she is here on BTV Ladies Night. After break, tuna come na more entertainment for you guys. To more inspire, say now let's have a lighter conversation. Keep it BTV Ladies Night.
Thank you.